All right. This is Matt. You know me. We started recording this instead of just doing the audio. So most people who know the Long Ball Street podcast, you can get it on iTunes and SoundCloud. But we've had millions of requests to.
Millions is.
Someone said it.
Stretching the truth.
Someone said it once.
You
won't know. This is Matt.
That's right.
And Matt usually works behind the scenes, upstairs, making the big decisions and the big calls.
That's right.
I'm generally around the magic.
Flav, the stardust.
All the good stuff. But you was on Social Club this week.
Right. It was practice for this, really.
Because I don't want to become like Ped. You know, someone that's got nothing to live for every season. I said that what I would do...
Huddersfield, honest to God, Huddersfield.
So, yeah, but you got a nickname on Social Club this week, which was...
I know,
I was jealous of.
It was a good one.
The Wolf of Ball Street.
Thank you, Paul.
Yeah.
I'll use that.
I want it. Oh. See, that's a reference. I love references that are like 3 years too late.
That's how we roll.
It is. We've got a good show today.
We had a good show. On audio, you'll get that and you'll like that.
The whole thing.
However,
yep.
There's a guy called Craig.
He fucked up.
He fucked up badly.
Yeah.
We've had Robbie in, and you're going to see some of it in a minute.
Yeah.
But essentially, you don't see the first 35, 40 minutes.
No. You see the last 15.
Yeah.
But it's 15 minutes of gold.
You don't see the steak. You get a little bit of the fat. That's it.
That's right.
I'm not saying that about Robbie. Don't take it that way. That's out of order.
It was nothing to do with that. I don't think anyone did think that.
No.
Apart from you.
Okay.
So we've got Craig on the roving mic.
Yeah.
Roving video camera.
We do the podcast here every week.
Showing the scene of the crime. What happened, Craig? Technical issues.
Yeah, we're disgusted with Craig.
Yeah.
We are disgusted. But look, we have a podcast essentially. We've done about 25, 30 episodes.
Yeah.
We don't sit here and chat about who's going to win the league or who's the best manager. It's not that kind of stuff. There's a lot of that stuff.
We talk to personalities and people that are important to the sport and around it.
That's right, yeah. And not just these sport in general. Because we had Michael Venom Page, the MMA fighter, fights for Bellator.
Yep.
Amazing guy.
Yeah.
Ian Wright.
Yeah, Ian Wright. Yeah. Just one thing on Michael Venom Page. He's part of my crew now.
That he did say that you can go on iTunes and hear that.
As is Leon McKenzie.
Yeah, he's
getting a tough little.
You have got and of course the Beast.
And the Beast,
who actually went to school with Flav.
Yeah, he did.
Don't remember him.
I used to bully him.
Imagine
shit, that's on camera.
Imagine you bullying the Beast.
Yeah, I haven't bullied anyone.
But yeah, all these conversations, they're on iTunes, they're on SoundCloud.
Yep.
The Long Ball Street. And there's a back catalogue. They're evergreen, so because it's Wrighty talking about getting trolled. Mm-hmm. It's Leon talking about depression. It's the Beast talking about being bullied by Flav.
Michael Dubry giving massive insight into the Woodgate and Bowyer affair, stuff that you hadn't spoken about previously.
And we speak to agents, all this kind of stuff. Anyway, there's a whole library of stuff there that you can go and listen to now, and obviously we urge you to do that.
Yeah.
So we've done a sit down with man like Robbie, Arsenal Fan TV. He's away now. In about 30 seconds, you're going to see that here. But some of it you need to go to iTunes for because the whole hours are going to be on there. And we spoke to him about being a YouTuber and getting paid. We spoke to him about
accusations in the press.
Yeah. From media companies about fans getting paid to go to games.
Yeah.
We spoke about depression and Claude and whether it's okay for him to be on there.
Yeah. We also talked about his relationship with the football club.
Yeah.
Which was interesting, but also
all lost by Craig. Carry on.
A little bit of a kind of summary and our feelings about the North London derby, and he came up with some utter bullshit, which is in the video.
Yeah. So you'll see that in a minute. So stay tuned, enjoy that, but check out the Long Ball Street podcast.
Yeah.
And we'll see you at the far post.
Cheers, Craig. Starting a Spurs media thing, my relationship with the club has been quite difficult at times. At times very good. Most of the time you don't get to do anything that you want to do. Like I would love just one time to be able to go and go, okay, you have some access. Just some access.
Yeah.
And it's always no, because my gut feeling is that they're kind of afraid of fan media. And to be fair, the content of our podcast doesn't help us in any way. We could probably do ourselves some favours. But what's your experiences with Arsenal? How do they view?
Probably similar to what you've just described. Right. I mean, I think at first, my personal opinion, I can't confirm this. My personal opinion is probably at first they didn't really like what we did. But then as time's gone on, I think I think we have a decent relationship with them. I've done stuff for them on their YouTube channel, which is a very good YouTube channel that they've got. I know the guys who run that; they're really cool guys. We haven't had much access to stuff. I have to admit, we haven't had much access. We haven't had hardly any access to things like players and things like that. But then on the other hand, they haven't treated us badly either. I remember like last year we was over in, I think it was Greece, and the Olympiakos game, and when we was going in with our equipment, we never filmed inside the ground, but the Greek police were like, look, you can't bring that in here, and it was actually an Arsenal representative who came over to him and spoke to him and said, no, actually, these guys, they come to every game.
That's nice.
We can vouch for them. They're all right.
Yeah,
they won't, if you tell them not to film, they won't film.
Wow.
These guys are cool, right? And they've done that a couple of times, right? And so, whilst we haven't had the access and stuff like that, I think there's really a mutual respect between the club. And I've spoken to even Ivan Gazidis, chief exec of the club, who on many occasions has been attacked. When I say attacked, has been criticised by fans on Arsenal Fan TV. But he said to me, he goes, listen, right, I think you guys are very professional with what you do. I like what you do. And he said, I feel that fans should have a voice.
Of course.
So he goes, it's a great platform. Keep it up. That's what he said to me. On more than one occasion he said that to me. So I'm encouraged by that. And I think we both want the same things. We both want the club to be successful. It boils down to that. I mean, people say to me sometimes, Robbie, I bet you're happy when you lose. I'm like, what are you talking about? Don't be stupid. I want to win every game. I want an invincible season if we could have that possibly, right? I know you don't want that.
No, I do not.
But, I want to win every game.
Yeah.
We're just an honest channel. If we win every game, if we win, fans are happy. If we lose and it's a bad loss, fans are upset. We reflect that. It'd be just like if you had a hidden camera in the pub. Not everyone's going to be talking positively about Arsenal or about Tottenham. Or about
just on that thing, I think what people are saying, and I've heard it before, is that if Arsenal lose, your views increase, and there's no way that this is the accusation, this is not what I feel, right? There's no way that you can't be happy in a business sense because you're getting more views.
Well, that's not true. Because our best views this season, right? Actually, no. All right. So our best views this season did come on a loss, but I also think that had a lot also to do with the fact that it was the first game against Liverpool, and it wasn't just the loss. A lot of that was to do with the fact that what had gone on before with the whole transfer. But if you sort of take that one out of it, because that was kind of an unusual one. But if you take that one out of it, our best views this season was the game against Chelsea. That massive win. Massive wins get us massive views. If we would have beaten Tottenham at the weekend, we'd get massive views for that. So
let's talk a little bit about that game. Let's give the people what they want. So, boys, was the draw the correct result?
I think the draw was the correct result.
Don't disappoint me.
No.
Don't disappoint them.
No. I haven't finished. The draw was the correct result.
Came for a draw.
That's rubbish. That's absolutely rubbish. But if you ask what set of fans were kind of brewing over it,
we used to winning.
It was one game.
We're used to winning. That's why we used to beating Spurs, and you did come for a draw.
Look
Look at your formation. When do you play that formation? When do you play three at the back? So you got
Robbie, that was the correct way.
Back five. Yeah, it worked. But
in the 6 games running up to that, right?
How many times have you played
after the Man City game? Never, right? But after the Man City game, our manager using his intellect and brain and his job, actually doing his job properly, to look at what Arsenal can bring, right? Yeah. Look what Arsenal bring, and then think, how do we negate that attacking threat? Because no one's been able to cope with you this season.
Exactly.
So we was coping with you.
So Arsenal are going to come and they're going to attack us. So let's park the bus a bit. Let's get as many people behind the ball as possible.
Playing 3 at the back is not
right, because you know what? A point is a great result. And
Robbie,
you saw Pochettino after the game.
I know
he's
what
laughing,
you're doing.
he's smiling, he's happy.
I know what you're doing.
I ain't doing
I know what
you're
you're doing.
What am I doing?
I'm not allowing you to do that.
You
right?
came for a draw.
No, we didn't.
You did.
Would you say Chelsea have been a defensive team this year? Defensive. They've been free flowing attacking in the same formation that we play.
Your manager.
You got speak. No one can hear if you're both speaking at the same time.
It's just I know what he's doing, Matt.
What am I doing?
You're not.
You came for a draw. That's why you're happy.
Let's have a sensible conversation about football.
Why were you happy? Why was every Spurs fan happy? The manager was happy. Everybody at Spurs over the moon with a draw.
Because they were 1-0 down at half time. Was it 1-0 at half time?
We were 1-0
they 1-0 down at half time and they scored straight after.
Look, more or less, before the game, Arsenal was the toughest place to go. And we went in there and put in a performance which meant that you didn't deserve to win. Right? And we were coming off of 6 games without winning. We were everyone was
and there's another one you ain't won.
Well, yeah, but still unbeaten.
You're the draw still unbeaten. You're not invincible. Right, that's it. I want you to frame that bit up. Cameras all out. Did you get that? Invincibles.
Where the new Invincibles?
Mine's dying. It doesn't matter anymore.
Flav Bateman.
Listen, you came through. Listen, it was a draw. A draw was a fair result. They played well on the day. I'm going to give them credit. They did play well on the day. He's always bigging up Dembele to me, and I thought Dembele was excellent on the day.
He was. God, he carries the ball with pace, man. He drives, doesn't he?
But they came for a draw. That's what they got.
Not true.
And that's why they're so happy after the game.
Not true.
We didn't come for a draw. We came to win the game, and that's why we're so disappointed.
I
like that. We're unhappy with a draw. I like that.
You're always unhappy with a draw.
Okay, guys.
We're winners, man.
Boys, right, okay. From what I saw, just for the record, and I only watched the highlight. I was busy that day, right? I only watched the highlights. But Spurs did have a few chances. I was quite impressed with Son. I thought he looked good. Yeah. But given what you've seen so far, right, who do we think's gonna finish higher than this year?
Tottenham will finish higher than us.
Do you think you've got it? Do you think this is the one?
Fragile.
You said that last
November. This time last year, you was top of the league, bro.
Huh?
This time
last year, did you say you're going to finish above us, right?
Yeah.
Your best ever season.
Yeah.
You do it all the time. Your best ever season, you finish below us. Yeah. Even against us, you scored 2 goals and you still didn't beat us.
All right.
I think it's going to be very, very interesting.
Gravity, mate.
I'm exhausted.
I think this league is a very interesting one. And all I would say is for those people that are watching this or listening to the podcast and that are listening to this, yes, they're obviously going to be the best of enemies at times, but I did really enjoy that video of you two meeting up at the Emirates last week before the game. I thought that was honestly one of the most beautiful videos that we've done. I thought the insight, the honesty, and you were calm, which was good as well. It was some really good chat on that. So
Arsenal fans didn't know. They were like, Robbie, what are you doing fraternising with him for? No, I'm only joking.
There was a lot of actually. For I hate all Spurs fans, but Flav's all right, and likewise. So you're both good guys. It's a beautiful thing.
We were talking about it on our pod, right? And I've had Spurs fans going, you know what? I don't like Arsenal fan TV. Robbie's all right. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
And I found myself defending him, but I can't talk to him about. I hate Arsenal. I hate everything about it, but I find myself going, I know, but you got to listen. Forget what he says about Arsenal. He's a nice guy.
The thing about it, right? Is I have such a mutual respect for other football fans of other clubs, right? Especially like when they're on it. Like, see, he hates Arsenal. I hate Tottenham, right?
Of course.
And that's what it's supposed to be like.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean we got to fight. It doesn't mean we got to kill each other.
Yeah.
But on that pitch, we were 100% behind our team, and I have respect 100% for any fan that and I love football rivalries as well. I love it. Yeah. I'm not one of these fans that want to, as long as it doesn't end up, as I said, in a ruck. I love football rivalry. To me, that's what makes football so good.
Do you know what someone said to me the other day? I did the social club. I was on the train back with Dan from West Ham Fan TV.
Right, yeah.
And he was chatting to me and he pointed out, which I hadn't really thought of, he's like, hey, you and Leeds are both in the playoffs. Imagine meeting them in the playoff final. And I was just like, fuck.
Yeah.
That would be the worst thing ever. It would.
Trouble-wise.
Well, just intensity-wise.
Yeah.
To play them for not only for your season, right?
Yeah.
Because whenever you play them, it's please. Like I grew up in a school full of Leeds fans, right? Full of Leeds. I was the only Huddersfield fan there. So to play them, it's always horrible. But to play them, not only in the playoff final, which you want to beat them in a game, but you want to beat them in a game that decides the bloody league.
Yeah.
But that's the one to get into the Premier League, which we've never been in. So, and obviously there's all that money at stake. Now imagine that. That is the right. I don't want that to happen.
But imagine winning that.
Fuck.
You know, so all of that, I get what you're saying, and every time
And having that over them forever.
Ever.
That would end football.
So
this is what we're working towards. One day we're going to finish above Arsenal, and all this pain, the last 25 years, will go away.
I wonder what actually he would become like.
Horrible.
Imagine.
Terrible.
Rob, you don't want that to ever be.
You know what? I must admit, last season when they were playing really well, I was frightened. I was like, right. I remember I did that thing on BBC, and I did that.
All right, Rob. No one likes a big head.
Drop that in. I was giving the bravado. I was like, nah, they'll finish below us. After the show, I was thinking, should I really have said that? He's like playing all right at the moment.
Yeah.
And when they did end up finishing below us, it was such a relief, man.
Yeah,
because I'll tell you what, it's the rivalry is intense, and but I love it. I love that about football. I mean, we got Man United next.
It's what makes it
And
special.
I hate losing to them, and they always seem to beat us at Old Trafford. And it could end. It could be a beautiful day, and it could be a horrible day. And people will be like, "Oh yeah, but you got loads of views." No, I would rather leave. If it come down to no views, I'd rather leave Old Trafford with a win. I'm an Arsenal football fan. I want to see my club win things.
And that becomes inside you. You can't fuck with that. You can't change that.
Well, it would make everything you do unauthentic, and essentially that would make it impossible. Essentially, if you wanted your team to lose to get views, then that's ridiculous.
Right, guys.
All right, yeah.
That's the end. Look, that was. Thank you for coming on, Rob.
Thank you for having me, man.
Thanks everyone for listening. Thanks everyone for watching.
Yeah.
We'll be doing this again. Obviously, Robbie, anytime.
When we getting the MMA boxing one on?
Yeah, I know. We need to have this
Got to
conversation.
bring my brother down for that. Trust me.
Well, right. It's like that.
The only thing about that though, he'd probably end up knocking you out.
Listen,
we do have the odd wrestling in the office. I remember once having with Robbie. It was
hard work.
he's a heavyweight against a featherweight, unfortunately.
Well, we can do a little. We could do a Ball Street extra like we did with Michael Bennett Page. How about that?
Yeah.
We'll get you down and do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Remember to follow us at Long Ball Street. Leave reviews on iTunes and check us out on SoundCloud as well. If you're on Android.
And for people that are watching, I think it's worth saying there's a lot of interviews they're evergreen.
Yeah.
They're kind of conversations people like Ian Wright, Michael Dewberry talking about.
Leo McKenzie, Drew be talking about his time. Sorry, I cut you.
He wasn't talking about Leo McKenzie. Yeah,
he wasn't. He was talking about the experiences around Woodgate and the Bowyer case, and he told us some stuff
that Ian Wright one, social media one, was one of the best podcasts I've ever heard. That was brilliant.
It was.
So I'd recommend that to everyone.
One of.
What else?
One of. Like who are these other podcasts?
The best.
Thank you very much. You heard it here first. Man like Robbie, thank you very much.
Good to
Appreciated. We'll see you at the Far Post.
See you at the Far Post.
We're out.